Hi everyone, I thought it was about time we completed this page from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford, and we have this very last flower circle to do, plus the little butterfly, dragonfly, not sure, to complete as well. Now I've been doing this page using a mixture of Prisma and Polychromos pencils. We'll do the same with this one. Let's start by moving the book a little, putting it in the middle. Sorry, I brushed the microphone. I never know whether that makes a nasty noise. Come in nice and close. Oh, we need to move across a little more. Didn't quite judge that right. There we go. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is to start with the Prismas, do a sort of base, and then come in with the Polychromos. I think I've done that for some of them, not all of them. I'm not really sure. I've got both sets of pencils here so I can have a bit of a play. The first decision we have to make is the background. Now we've got three different colours, so we've got a sort of salmony pink, a blue and a green, as you can very well could have seen when I was zoomed out. So what are we going to do for this one? Well, I was thinking maybe we could do sort of orangey yellow, just so it's a bit different to all the rest. I'm just turning to my Prismas to see if they can help me. Scratch my head, look at the swatch chart might be the best idea. I think I might start with the mineral orange. I rather like it, to be honest. It's always a good reason as any to use one. So here we go, mineral orange, Prismacolor. And I'm going to just start right on the edge here. I'm just going to get going. Put a few layers here. You want it to be the darkest bit on the edge. And then just sort of fade it out by doing a few less layers as you come out a little bit like that. Now we may end up going over the top of this with Polychromos anyway, but I haven't quite decided exactly how I'm doing it. It's all on the fly. Wow, there's plenty of flies in here. I've got all the doors open, it's hot, and the flies just like to come in and fly round and round the light, even when it's not switched on. What's that all about? Anyway, who knows? But anyway, I did see one fly out the window just now, so that was rather exciting. But I don't know whether it was one of the ones that was in here or whether it was a new one that had popped in and flown away again. Who knows? But there we go. But my son's just gone off for a driving lesson. My other son's at work, husband's at work. There is some tennis starting soon. But I thought I would just come in, do a little bit of this before the tennis starts. Take some time to warm up and play a few games. And I just thought I'd take the opportunity. What's going on here? Oh, that's a leaf, isn't it? Okay, I think it's just that tiny blip there. It's orange. There's a lot of junior matches on this morning, so I didn't get involved in those. Although they can be quite exciting, I thought I really ought to do a bit of work. What do you think? Nah. So I did a bit. So that is our mineral orange. I want a lighter one now. Yes, I think I'll go for the yellowed orange. I've got to find it. Is that it? No. Oh, might be. 917. No, it's 1002. Some of mine are a bit short. I can't see the names. Here it is. Here it is. Yellowed orange. It's quite bright, this one. Yeah, so we'll sort of start quite near the edge, not right on the edge, and just taking our orangey colour towards the centre, looking out for all the little gaps that need to be filled up. Quite tricky. I just realised my light isn't on. I'm just going to put it on. Bear with me, it'll go flash. Woo! There we go. Sorry, but it might help you see better. It's because it's so light in here, I don't think about putting the light on, but I think it's better with it on, but I don't know. Yeah, my son's got driving lesson at 1. It's 10 to 1, but he'll be just jumping on the train. Maybe not quite yet, actually. He's got to get just go one stop on the train to meet his instructor in the town, next door town. It's a smaller town actually, but that's where he's based. And just got to do that. It's been a bit of a frantic day, to be honest. It's nice to sit down colouring, although this is my second video. I think there's a little bit in there. Oh gosh, that was a leaf, we decided, wasn't it? Yeah, I had to sort out all sorts of bits and pieces first thing. Then I managed to sit down and make a video, which was nice. But my sister has been messaging me. She's actually just messaged me again. I'm just going to take a look. She her car broke down and she was asking me whether to join the AA or the RAC, because they couldn't get a tow to a local garage, so they needed a breakdown service. I've been in both. I said they're pretty much for muchness. I think I'm going to use the Spanish orange or the sunburst yellow, whichever I come across first. They're very similar colours. There's the Spanish orange. I don't use it very often. It's really long. I'm going to sharpen it though. It's a bit blunt because we need to get into around some details, don't we? There we go. It will look a bit funny because it's a different type of sharpener to what's been sharpening before. Yes, she had gone to the beach with her husband and three of her kids, and the car broke down. She said they were in a car park of a supermarket, and it had just a 2-hour stay on it, and they broke down. But the supermarket was really kind. They told them, and they said, you can stay for up till midnight. We won't impose any charge. So that's nice. And one of the staff tried to jumpstart them, which again was very kind, but unfortunately it didn't work. So presumably that wasn't what the problem is. I don't think they know. But she said they got in touch with a couple of garages in the town. I think there were only 2. It's a small place, and neither could tow them or come out and help them or whatever. So they've got to go to sort of AA or RAC. And she gave me a quick ring and said, which is better, And I said, well, they're pretty much the same, really. I said, try and get cash back when you join. But she said, I haven't got that facility. So she'll just, because I use a site called Quidco, going to advertise. They don't pay me to advertise. And if you buy things by using the links on their site, you get some cash back. It's because they get commission, but they pay you back some of their commission, which is nice. I'm rather liking this. I don't think I've ever done a background like this. It looks a bit like a sunsetty type thing going on, doesn't it? So where are we going to go now? That was what was that? The orange, Spanish orange. So I think we need to go for the canary yellow. Here, I think this is my canary yellow. Yeah, it's quite, it's not too small. It's quite blunt though. Give it a sharpen. Now I don't want to go over too much of this in the yellow. I'm just going to fade those darker edges, which I want to stay dark. So we're just going to, go into these little bits. And then this bit. Now the problem with this bit, can you see, where this bit's all orange and this bit's all yellow, it almost looks like that line is some sort of barrier between the two. I'm going to go back to my Spanish orange and just put a little bit on the edge of this yellow, just so that it doesn't look like it stops at the line. It looks like it sort of progresses underneath. It just gives you a smoother look, I always think. I don't know who it was that I saw do that. I must have been watching some sort of video at some point in time, and it makes such a difference. It's really naughty of me not being able to credit the person who I learnt it from, but I do apologise to that person who's probably not listening to the video anyway. But we've got the same problem here, can you see? So we're just going to grab that
Spanish orange. Put a little bit in there. There we go. I had an early lunch today as well. I'm going to be starving later because we can't eat till late because my son's at work. And where should we start with our flowers? I think I'm going to do some rough colour and then we'll grab our polychromos and we'll do some detail. So I want to start with a purple. I think purple and orange really pop. They're on opposite sides of the colour wheel, like over here, and they really pop off. So I'm going to do these three in a violet. If I can find my violet. That's the there it is. No, there it is. I've got two. It's confusing. Oops. Because I had some Prismacolors just open stock. So here's the violet. And then I got the 150 set. My husband bought it for me. And so I've got two of some colours. And it means that I've got quite a big pencil case so I can fit the duplicates in it. I want to just make that one a bit darker. I'm just going to put a bit in to remind me. Well, as I say, we'll go over this with some polychromos to give some detail after. This is just a sort of base coat. Now, people do this with a alcohol marker too. They do a sort of base of marker and then colour over the top. And although it seems to be quite a new thing, it actually isn't. I've got a colouring book by Jennifer Zimmerman. It's quite old. It's not a colouring book. Sorry, it's an instructional book on how to colour. I'm going to use this pencil here. This is the Process Red. I'm going to use it for these two. And she uses that technique, and it's quite an old book. So it's not a new technique. It's just a fashionable technique, I think, that you use an alcohol marker in a cute and cosy colouring book. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Or just an alliteration, I'm not sure. Anyway, and then you go over it with pencil to get some details in there. It's a trendy trend. No. Oh dear. Anyway, but it's a trend. Now we need some other colours, not just purple and pink. So I have these. I think I'm going to go for blue. I want a dark blue. What have we got? What have we got? Cobalt blue or China blue? Where are you, China blue? That's cerulean denim. There it is, I think. No, that's cobalt. Is this China? No, that's Copenhagen. Cerulean. They're not in the right order in my case, which isn't very helpful. True blue, denim blue, electric blue, ultramarine. Where is it? I'm really confused. Oh, it's not very entertaining, is it? Me just looking for a colour, but it lets you look for yours. Have you lost yours? Bet you haven't. Where are you? China blue, between cobalt blue hue and Copenhagen blue. Well, there's Copenhagen blue, and there's cobalt blue hue next to it. Maybe it is. No, it's not across the page. There it is. It's completely at the other end next to the indigo, obviously. There is China blue. Had a bee in my bonnet then, didn't I? I wanted it to be this colour. Now we've got this really giant one here. I also find it difficult to know how to colour that one, what to do with it. Now because we've got an orange and yellow background, we've eliminated two colours out of our possible choices, although we could just use deeper, darker, brighter orange, like the actual orange or the vermilion or something like that. But it does restrict me a little bit, especially as I like to do everything in different colours. Now those two buds though, I think they're coming from this, so they won't need to be a different colour. But what colour should we do this one? We could go a paler pink or a paler purpley pink, like an orchid type colour. Yeah, let's go orchid. If you don't have the orchid, you can use the lavender. I've got 2 lavenders actually and 1 orchid, but I'm going to use the orchid because that's what I decided to use. But the orchid is the replacement for the lavender. Now, I heard a rumour, I think it was that Amanda Colours who started it, she's lovely, that Prismacolor are bringing out some new colours. Now, when they brought out amethyst and orchid, they were to replace lilac and lavender because they couldn't get the pigments anymore, so they had to do as close as they could but different colours. So I don't know whether it's that or whether it's something completely different, you know, that they're additional colours, you know, different colours. I don't know what they would do because they've got so many. I mean, what's missing? Out of 150, surely there's nothing missing. Although I do think like a permanent green olive or a I don't know, that's probably it really. These 2 and this one. Could do a red for these 2, like a bright red. I'm thinking crimson. Why not? Let's go really dark and bright. This is the crimson red. Give it a sharpen. Here we go. Now I'm thinking hard about flower centres and leaves. Leaves are easier. Now I've decided actually that I'm going to keep this quite even and use my Polychromos pencil to get some darker areas and detail and shading and things. It'll be much easier. I'm actually quite surprised I used these today. It's really hot. They're not too bad. I've stopped using my Ergosoft for a while because the outside melts in my hand. The paint on the barrel melts into my hand, so I don't like that. But I will use them again soon, once it cools down. I say soon, it's wishful thinking. I hope it cools down soon. I'm really not sure about this one. It's such a strange design of flower. I always find it really tricky to know what to do. I'm looking at the sort of raspberries, mahoganies. I think I'm going to put some green in and then it'll help me see what's missing because I'm just not at all sure. So I'm going to grab this one first. This is the spring green and I'm going to use it for these grasses that are sort of around here. I'm sharpening now. It's quite faint, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be to do with these. Like that. Then where should we go? We've got this leaf here. It seems to be on its own. Although this flower's got 4 different looking leaves, but this one, I think I'd just do it with the lime peel. If it looks a bit too dull, I can always brighten it up with the Polychromos after. It might just work. Again, I'm just going over it quite quickly, just getting a base coat, and then we'll come in with the polys. And that stem is to do with these. I think these need to be a little bit darker. I'm going to go with the marine green. No, sorry, that's the kelp green. They're so similar, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. So in there, And then this one, I think it's quite good having a dark green when you've got a narrow stem, also showing up over the background. There we go. I'm going to do these flower centres while I'm just poodling along. Will that even work? I'm tempted to use the yellow chartreuse, but it won't work. I'm going to use the regular yellow ochre. Well, it's quite small. You have to just read the French. I'm sure you can all speak French. I was just thinking, Yage. What's I going to say? Ja. No. Ja is German. Ich lernen Deutscher. There you go. That's not French, is it? I'm so sorry. I'm just butchering a language. No. I was going to say je. Ooh. Sprechen. What do we say? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? That's German again. No, I don't know. This is Prussian green. I'm going to stop there. My foreign language skills are not at all good. In the UK, I didn't start speaking foreign languages, learning foreign languages until I was 11. We changed schools at 11. We go from what's called primary school, which is from 4 till 11. And then we go to secondary school, which is from 11 until 16 or 18. You can leave at 16 if you wish. And there's also sometimes infant schools, and some regions of the country have high schools, but we won't complicate matters. I am now going to use this chartreuse yellow. Oh, I've missed one out. This is the chartreuse, yellow chartreuse. Sorry, I've got the name a bit wrong. It's these. Nowadays, children do learn a bit of a foreign language in primary school. Mine learned Esperanto and then did a little bit of something. Got a fly is flying around. I'm going to use the apple green for this one. You can see my prismas are running out. I've got some new ones, but these aren't really small enough yet to warrant switching them. I tend to switch my polychromos when they're a bit bigger than my prismas, because polys take so long to wear out that I'm getting cramp all the time, whereas with the prismas they wear out so quickly. I don't know if that makes any sense. Right, so we've still got this one left, and we've got the middle of this. I'm thinking I'd quite like to do that centre of that one in black. This is the noir or black. Yeah, there you are. I can speak French. I think I can say Jean-Paul est sur le jardin. It's really useful. No! Jean-Paul est dans le jardin. La gomme est sur la table. It's good, isn't it? That's my French. I know a bit of German as well. Die Ecke, Garen de Geradeaus and de Erste Straße recht. It's rubbish accent. Now, I think I want to do these little bits in brown. I don't know why, they just look like they should be brown. This is dark brown. Yeah, so in German I said, go straight on and take the first turning on the left. Is Garen de Geradeaus and der Erste Straße recht. Right, recht. Links is left, I think. And then die Ecke is round the corner, or go round the corner. And then la gomme sur la table means the eraser is on the table, and Jean-Paul est dans le jardin means Jean-Paul is in the garden. It's all good, isn't it? Such useful phrases. I will use them every day. I've never been to France or Germany, so there we go. I've been to Spain. Por favor, I used to say a lot. I didn't know the other words. That means please. So when you're in a shop, you just point, go por favor. I'm trying to choose a colour. I'm being so indecisive. So we've got red, we've got pinks, we've got purple, we've got blue. We could do a different blue. I don't think I want to do peach. I could do a lighter yellow, but I don't think it's going to really show up very well. I don't really want to do the bright orange. So I think I am going to do a lighter blue. Now we've got these two sections. I think I might just do them all the same blue. I might just grab the Caribbean blue. Caribbean Sea, it's wrong on my swatch chart. I do need to change that. Wow, I need to change this swatch chart so it fits on the page. It's a bit scruffy, but I was going to sort of upgrade my swatch charts, improve them, get rid of the spelling errors and things like that, but I'm not sure if it's really worth the effort because it's hard work. So I'm still pondering whether to do that or not at the moment. So we'll see. And it's quite easy to correct like the blank swatch chart, but the one that's completed takes time. But maybe it's only the blank ones that you use. Why would you? I don't know. I mean, I always think the completed ones are useful if you're considering buying the pencils, so you can see what colours you get and what they look like, sort of swatched out vaguely. But I would imagine that if you have your own pencils and you want a swatch chart, you would swatch them yourself. Don't know. And because I roll it all into the same item in my Ko-fi shop, I can't statistically tell which you used. Maybe I should do a little poll. Now, is that a bit of leaf or a bit of plant? I don't think that's leaf. I'm going to colour it blue. Yeah, maybe I should do a little poll. And then I would know whether it was worth just updating the blank ones without updating the completed ones. Right, so we've got a sort of vague blue, and now we need a colour that goes with that. I am thinking that one of these, the jade or the Kelly, I think the Kelly's got a little bit more oomph to it. It's a good word, isn't it? Good descriptive word, Kelly green. So what I'm going to do is go over every item, possibly not the background. I think that's probably okay, but I'll decide when I do the video. But I will go over every item with Polychromos to sort of give it more depth and improve it. The dragonfly I'm going to do in Polychromos completely because it's so little. So that is going to be me for today's session. Tomorrow's session will be probably all Polychromos, I would imagine. But yes, so that is that. So I am done for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow where I do all the finishing touches, tighten it up, tidy it up, bring in the shading, the depth, all that sort of thing. Excuse me. Which hopefully will make massive improvements. But thank you for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a super day and happy colouring.